Don't wait for momentum. Manufacture it. The worst time to decide how you're going to lead is 8:42 a.m. The heat's already rising. The tech's frustrated. 2 deals just rolled back, and your sales floor starting off moody. And you are trying to lead from reaction mode. Please, let me ask you something. What's the first 15 minutes of your day look like? Because that window, that's not just a habit. That is literally your launch code. I'm Chris Hunsaker, and this is the Dealership War Room. 7 minutes of leadership fire, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. So today, let's go in and build some momentum on purpose. Let me share with you one of the dirty little secrets of leadership. You don't need more time. You need a better ignition sequence. You see, most leaders roll into work like a punch-drunk fighter in the 3rd round, staggering around, hoping they find their rhythm before the bell rings. But elite leaders don't hope for momentum. They manufacture it. And we call these velocity rituals, small, repeatable behaviors that create traction under pressure. And here are 3 velocity rituals that you can install this week. The first velocity ritual is what I call the morning launch. This is 5 minutes of focused clarity that will change the entire trajectory of your day. 3 simple questions, and answer these in your head, talk them out loud, write them in a journal, but 3 questions. Number 1, what kind of leader do you need to be today for your team to execute, to get what done needs to be done? Number 2, what's one thing you're not going to do today, because that cannot happen if you're going to achieve your goals? And then narrow all that focus down to what is the one thing that matters most, and then make an absolute commitment to execute on that. Get it scheduled, get it done. The second velocity ritual I want to share with you, I'm going to beg you to adopt, is what I call the afternoon reset. This generally occurs sometime after lunch, and you just want to stop and ask yourself these 2 questions. What hijacked my time, my emotion, and my focus today? Second, what can I do to readjust and refocus right now? This will take you 2 or 3 minutes, and it'll readjust, refocus, and recenter you, and you will never lose an entire day. The third velocity ritual is what I call the evening review. You want to do this at the end of your day or in the evening at night when you're home, if that works better for you, but you're just going to sit down and you're going to review the day. You spent 10 hours at the dealership, get an ROI on that time, and just ask yourself, what went well today? What were the wins? Where did you succeed? And feel those. Then, what needs repair or correction? And then finally, what patterns need to be reinforced tomorrow and throughout this week so you can absolutely own your dealership? This is, again, it's going to take you 5 or 6 minutes, and it's going to allow you to be calm, focused, but most importantly, you get to reset every day to win. I have a GSM in California, sharp guy, big store, but overwhelmed. He's running around just reacting and putting out fires all day, going home frustrated. He even told me, he says, Chris, I feel like I'm busy, but I just don't feel like I'm leading. We didn't redo his whole calendar. All we did was insert one ritual into his calendar. At 1:15 every day, we did the mid-afternoon reset with those 3 questions that I shared with you. And 2 weeks later, he said his team said to him, hey, it seems like you're different. It seems like something's different with you. And he says, yeah, it is. I'm back in control of my life, and I'm back in control of the dealership. That is what rituals do. They don't create perfection. They create pattern recovery. And pattern recovery is how you lead under pressure. Think about it. We started small. We didn't change his whole schedule, right? We inserted one tiny behavior that was so easy to do. It only takes 5 minutes. And this is the secret to all pattern utilization. Start tiny, win big. But if you don't have a ritual, intentional and designed, your default will run the day. And most people's default is this wicked cocktail of these 2 or 3 things you do really well, and then this emotional, distracted, reactive response that you have to all the other stuff. And so what happens is your great strengths, the things that you're so good at, they get diminished or even set aside because of these emotional, distracted, and reactive responses that just crap out your whole day. Let's cross the execution bridge. Here's your move. Pick one of these velocity rituals to install this week. It could be that morning launch to really own your morning. It could be the midday reset, like my GSM I was sharing about, that just pulls you back and puts you in control of your day. And it might be the evening review, where you're really leveraging ROI on the time you spent in the dealership. Write it down, time block it, schedule it, run it daily, and most importantly, track it. Notice whether you're doing it. You're building a new habit, and what you measure improve. So this has to be measured. You might even want to get an accountability partner, someone to share with you, hey, this is what I'm doing. Check in with me. Text me every day and ask me if I did my morning launch, or ask me if I did my midday reset, or ask me if I did my evening review. Whatever it is that you're committing to, and ask them to hold you accountable, not to make you perfect, but so that you have the ability to have a pattern reset. You see, leadership is not about perfection. It's not about control. It's about recovery speed. How fast can you recover? As soon as you miss, how do you pull it back and get back on pattern? Tomorrow, we build your feedback loop system. This is exciting because we're going to start using your team's behavior as a mirror and not a mystery. And if you're tired of starting your day on defense, now's your moment to flip the switch, to take control and start inserting the velocity rituals that drive the performance of all elite leaders. So pick your moment. What are you going to do? Is it going to be the morning launch? Is it going to be the midday reset? Will it be the evening review? Or do you want to do all three and really start to dominate your day? I don't care what you choose, but please choose, pick, commit, and execute. And I'll see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.